Hi Aries, just going to look at January 2021 for you guys. It is a general kind of like, doesn't even, it's not love, it's not anything, it's spirit led. So whatever messages come out, they are for you or whoever. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. If you don't know what your moon, rising or Venus sign is, check the description box below the video. Also, if you're interested in personal readings, the information's in there, as well as kind of like, I hate saying it, there's a price list in there for you as well. So if you are interested, just email me. Okay, so we're just going to see what comes out and what you've got to look forward to for January 2021. Okay. So what do you have for Aries? January 2021, please. Aries, January 2021. These readings are not love based, but they can contain messages of love. They can be about career and finance. They can be about anything. Okay. So let's just have a look. What do we have for Aries 2021? What's their January 2021 going to look like? Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Balance and moderation. Doing things in a very moderate way. So, cooperation and compromise, and wait for perfect timing to get something off the ground or to connect with someone, but definitely wait for perfect timing in order to get something going. Wow, the atmosphere is just changing this room completely. Honestly, how strange is this, right? I came in here, I did Aquarius' reading, which was quite very solemn, not solemn, but very grounded. I did some Pisces' reading, which had a little bit of a, whoever was in the room with me was a different person than Aquarius. It was a bit like there's a message in there for Pisces needs to hear. And you guys, perhaps it's because I'm an Aries, somebody's actually holding my legs and my feet. My feet are on, they're not on fire, but I can feel something sitting on them, and I'm actually kneeling. So they're on the soles of my feet. It feels like there's somebody actually standing over me, standing on my stack. So weird, isn't it? I've got to tell you this now because this is strange. So my soles of my feet are like this, but it feels like they're being matched by somebody's tiny feet. So it feels like a child actually standing on me. That's so strange. Okay. It's so lovely at the same time. It's making me smile. Okay, so what does Aries need to know? What does Aries need to know? Balancing yourself out, because got plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, and poor timing. So whatever it was in the past, kind of like we can all relate to poor timing, can't we? And plans that need revision. Come on, let's face it, because all of us have lived through 2020, which has got to be the worst year in our lifetimes, kind of thing. Wherever you live in the world, this pandemic's just ravaging everything. Okay, and we're still going through it, so yeah, let's hope it's going to be better. What else do we need to know? So yeah, balancing out that, because that's very much up in your own head, Aries. There's no forward movement there. It's a very heady, kind of like cyclic, what can I do for the future? They've shut up now. These cards have shut up. They're not speaking, or they're being very considered. What does Aries need to know in relation to this reading for January 2021? Okay. Okay. So, yeah, plans that need revision. It could be having to shed something. Or poor timing connecting with people, poor timing kind of like changing that job, poor timing buying that house. It could be anything. It was just poor timing. And to be perfectly honest, it's nothing to do with you. It's just to do with 2020 as a whole. It was poor timing on every single aspect of 2021. So that could cover relationships, career, changing career, you know, getting a business off the ground could be. It's just poor timing. It's just no growth in 2020. But going forward, you're a bit more balanced about it. But you are, look at this, we've got this Knight of Water. So going forward, you want something that's more emotionally fulfilling, but you're going to have to balance yourself out. We've got this falling in love with an idea of the future, I feel. There's a tsunami of emotion here. He's riding this wave of romanticism, you know, romanticizing the future, being very emotionally fulfilled by whatever he is going towards, being very enthusiastic, but also having to balance himself out. It's love for the future, I feel. It could be the love of moving towards someone else, because this poor timing here does actually kind of like, I see, relates to this here. Poor timing to connect with someone. So now you're fizzing, popping with emotion, Aries, but you're going to have to balance yourself out. That's the buzzword of January 2021, I feel. Wait for perfect timing. We've got this Four of Earth. Yeah, keeping things to yourself, trying to hold on to your stability financially, and I feel inwardly as well, because we're very up in our own head, trying to ground ourselves. So we've got here being too frivolous or too cautious with money. Being too cautious, I feel, by holding on. Good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate, but good business decisions for the future, something you want, a way of working that is emotionally fulfilling for you. High Priestess mode, look, keeping everything to yourself, so keeping all these thoughts and feelings to yourself, but it could be in relation to a love situation. Listen to your intuition, have patience, because this is about poor timing getting anything started in 2020. Have patience, carefully consider what you want before acting. So that's even like starting a business, I feel. Even though we've got this Four of Earth, good business decisions, so it does say to me that it's kind of like a love situation for you. Whereas Aquarius had everything, it was a general reading for them, so it had love, career and everything else in there. And Pisces was very much about career orientation, but for you, I feel it's something, it's matters of the heart for some reason. So we've got an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. I even think that's to do with business, to do with creating something for the future. You have a business, or you have an idea of a way of working, but almost like poor timing is how do you get it off the ground. I do see that as something, it does run in tandem, so it can apply to love, it can apply to career, but something that's very fruitful, very stable, has growth within it. You're kind of like, that idea, you're kind of like keeping it to yourself for some reason. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket. I think it's because you're just scared of going forward with it. And perhaps you're scared of it failing. This is why you're not talking about it. You're not airing it. You're not talking to anybody about it. It is very emotive, this way of working. It's very emotionally fulfilling for you. You're very enthusiastic about it. But you feel like it will never get off the ground for some reason. Lack of self-confidence. When you put the effort in, you see progression. So you must keep putting the effort in. You're keeping everything to yourself, so you're not even talking to other people about this idea of working for the future. For the fear of, I don't know, I get insecurity for some reason. Very insecure about it. This is why they're saying the need for balance and moderation. You can't be too heady about this decision. But it's Knight of Water, which is about romance. It is about something, if it's a way of working, it's fulfilling, you know. But I do see that it's also in tandem regarding romance. You're kind of like keeping all of these emotions to yourself. You're holding on very tightly because you think that you're going to get rejected, not only in love, but also in career, moving forward in general, I feel, or opening up about your thoughts and feelings for the future. You feel like you're going to be rejected. Two of air, look at this, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. So going along going, oh yeah, everything's fine, when it's not. But not talking about it. Not talking about it. So 2020 looks like you've come from a place of just inward, just very insular. But 2021 is taking on a whole new look. A whole new look, yeah. 2 cards, so too many. 2021, January for Aries, please. No, too many. See, this is what they do. I say too many and then they just get mardy and spit the cards out everywhere. Just bear with me 2 seconds. It's inordinately hot in this room. Just bear with me. Okay, so... what else does Aries need to know in relation to this reading? So strange, I've stood back on my feet now. Oh, I love this room. Yeah, it's like, that's something a child would do, isn't it? Just push the cards out of your hands. So that's who I've got standing on my feet. Who else? What else do we need to know for Aries, please? Aries. Don't mix me up. I'm just telling my guides off. Okay, so we also have here, do we need to see this many cards? Yeah, we do. Okay, so it's an awakening here. So look at things from a different perspective. You can work in the way that you want to work and you can gain emotional fulfillment from this. We've got here awakening. You've turned up in your own reading. Seriously, oh, it's just gorgeous. I'm just going to put these cards here a moment. It is birthing something new. It's a complete life change, I feel. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So it's important to honour whatever is inside you, whatever is inside this high priestess here. She's keeping all these things to herself. It's important to just be you, Aries. It's important to honour those ideas we have for the future, whether or not that's to do with career, or it's to do with love, or just a way of progressing through life. It's very, very, very important to be ourselves. So we've got this life experience card here, a significant life event. So this 2020 is kind of like a epiphany moment for us guys. And I say us because I am an Aries as well, so I can include myself in this reading. A powerful revelation that leads to change and time to spread your wings. So it's working in a completely different way. It's kind of like an epiphany moment. I don't want to do that 9 to 5 anymore. I want to do something that's much more emotionally fulfilling. And in my, for me, it would be doing this. It would be just concentrating on getting messages out. I've been given a gift. So for me, yeah, 2020 has been a very tumultuous year. I've spent the majority of the time trying to cling on to my finances, trying not to talk to other people about how desperate the situation is and how I've had to accept help from my folks, and even now the situation is very, very, very unstable. I don't have a permanent job. I was given the chance to work in a temporary job for 8 weeks leading up to Christmas, which gave me some kind of respite from my financial burdens. But now, 2 weeks before Christmas, that dissipated. So now I find myself in a position where, what do I do for the future? How do I look for a job? How do I work? How do I pay the bills? So I can relate to this reading very well, even though it's not my energy that's coming out. I'm not picking my card, so it's not my energy, it's spirit-led. So it speaks to me in volumes. What do I want for the future? This awakening card. Is there a different way of working? Is there a different way of you know, paying those bills? And I urge every Aries out there to look at their situation and look at it and just say to themselves, okay, what do I want for the future? Is there a different way of working? Can I create something that is emotionally fulfilling, that is more in tune with my vision for the future and where I want to be in 2022? Where do you want to be in 2022? This significant life event, I think, does actually speak to kind of like COVID times, where everybody's either looking for work, has been made redundant, furloughed, etc. Even I was speaking about this morning, about being, you know, working from home. You can feel trapped because there's no kind of like disassociation from work now. It's not almost like for those who are working from home, it's kind of like home was a safe haven. You came back to home from the office or wherever your job was, specifically office-based people, but now you're having to use that home environment, so you can't really get away. What was your safe haven now is being infiltrated by having to work, having to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, the surroundings are very comfortable, but you're actually inviting all of those energies into your sitting room, maybe, or your kitchen, wherever your office is. You're inviting all that in, and it's a very, very, very different way of working. I was the place I have been working at, they did offer me, which is hilarious in itself, so I'll tell you guys because you are my tribe. But they offered me a full-time position, which starts on Monday, okay, which is great. That's fantastic. I hate the job with a vengeance. It's not in line with my soul's purpose. It's very cutthroat. It's as an empath, I have to put on a very thick shell just to get through the day. The management is it's not managed effectively, and it's very, very, very stressful, and the amount of people that they've had through the door has been a lot of people have started over in 2020 and then came away and thought, sod that, we're not going to even engage with it. And the turnover of staff is humongous. So I live on a holiday park. I'm sure you guys, if you've seen how Mystic Freyja began, you'll understand the story. So if you haven't, just bob over there. It is hilarious. I live on a holiday park. I don't have a stable internet connection, okay? There's no cable. I work all these videos. I work off a hotspot. Okay, I live in live in a valley, so even then the internet's not stable. So my phone signal doesn't work, really. To be honest, I have to go out into the car to go and get a signal, and that's in a car park. Okay, so I was given, yeah, it's okay giving me a contract, and then on the flip side of that is, you can work from home. And I'm like, I've already told you, I don't have a stable internet connection to run all of these, you know, packages from. I can't afford to move from here. I am in effect trapped. I'm stuck. I'm in effect stuck with a carrot of a salary in front of my face, and I can't fulfill the role. I'd have to be office based, and because of COVID now, COVID denotes how many people can be in the office. The majority of the workforce is working from home. Yeah, I can have a laptop, but it will be useless to me because I don't have a sustainable internet connection. I can flip my office phone to my mobile, but I won't be able to speak to anybody. I'd have to go out into the car to do my daily job. Imagine that, from the car. So now I find myself in a position where I either sign that contract and say I can only work from the office, which is not obtainable for them. It's not going to be a reality for them. because we have to have so many people in the office to do fulfill whatever their paperwork needs are. But if you're offering me this job because I can do it, I'd have to come to my temporary accommodation. I've been here since March. I just can't afford anything. I can't afford to move out, can't afford to look for a place. So in effect, this significant life event for me, I've just run roughshod over your reading, but it's just to put it into context. And I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there in a similar position, or who can understand where I'm coming from. This significant life event for me is, do I actually sign that contract on Monday? Do I go in and say, okay, I'll try and work. It's a very stressful job, so why would I want to bring that home anyway? I'm stuck. And it doesn't fill me with emotion. It doesn't fill me with passion. It doesn't fill me with anything. It just fills me with dread. So I now feel very up in my own head about the situation. I want to do something that's more in tune with my vision for the future, something that's more creative. I am a photographer and an artist at heart, but how do you get that going in, from 2020? I'm still in a very desperate situation, now trying to forge forward into 2021, so I can understand exactly what they're trying to say. There is a completely different way of working. So for me, and we've turned up in our own reading, we need to look at things, look at what makes our heart sing, and go for it. We've got this Emperor energy here, looks at things, strategy and logic. How do you get there? How do you do it? How do you make it a reality? He zones in. We need to come into our Emperor energy. We need to realise what we want for the future. We need to look at everything with those laser beam eyes that he's got, and we need to lock on to whatever it is and just go for it. Birth something new. We've got this page of fire here. News of an exciting new endeavour. Use your originality and ingenuity to get there. Just to get there. Birth something new, a different way of working. It also can pertain to love as well. Not in my case, but for you guys, it's coming into that Emperor energy and knowing what you want for the future. This Knight of Water, it's kind of like a declaration to whoever. This epiphany moment could be for you guys about somebody that you've set your sights on with this Emperor energy here, this Emperor card, and just going for it, but in a very tempered way. We've got the Balance card here. You need to think about the future in a very balanced way, and sparking this almost with this Page of Fire, which is a tiny cheeky message just saying, hi, how you doing? But for those of us that are thinking about in career terms, it's talking about birthing something new, a different way of working, a different way of living, and being very confident in that choice that we make. So the Three of Fire, abundance, things look very good. As soon as you come into that kind of Emperor energy and get yourself, know what you want for the future, this emotional fulfillment, once you open up and kind of like say to yourself, yeah, this is the way I want to work. This what makes my heart sing. It makes me emotionally fulfilled. I love giving to other people. It makes me feel so invigorated that I can help people. As an empath, it's very difficult in business because I can connect with customers, say, and on a very, very profound level, but then I have to work within the parameters of a business model, and that doesn't lend very well to an empath. A lot of people say I'm too invested, but that's being true to myself. I can't be anything other than that, and I don't see why I should be trying to either create something that's more in tune with my empathic abilities, or find a job that allows me to explore that on a daily basis. So for me, it's what do I do? But these are, look, so whatever you've been working on, and I feel that for some of us have got some ideas about the future. Seven of Earth, a temporary standstill. Whatever we thought about in 2020, kind of like keeping to ourselves, a way of working. It has been a temporary pause in action to get this going. A lot of things have been going on, a lot of restrictions, a lot of feeling trapped, a lot of stop start kind of energy. There's unnecessary worry. So whatever our vision is for the future, whatever ideas that we had back in 2020, and whatever we were working towards, we can make it a reality. And that also applies to love as well. Seeds well planted. It could be something that never got off the ground. It was an idea, perhaps 2020, maybe 2019, whatever. And because of these awful restrictions that we've had, this relationship never got off the ground. But now's the time to go for it. And look at this, right? I love doing this because this applies to me as well. Can't believe I'm actually doing this on this reading, but I just wanted to share it with you. Seriously, I want to tell you that it's not just you that feels this way. It is actually me as well. I'm in a very tricky, precarious situation here. I really shouldn't be here, living here. It's only because of the goodwill of the people here and my partner's mom and etc that I'm here. Otherwise I am actually officially homeless. Can you believe that? And I can't believe that 2020, this time last year, looked so different, and now I'm just, wow, just astounded. I really am astounded at last year. It's been a very, 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 very tricky time for everybody involved. And it's not just us, is it? Here in the UK, it's America, it's global, it's happening, it's real, and it's affecting real people. But the reason why I created the channel is to try and help people through that kind of like COVID times. I've got an advisory service. People come to me for advice, even just for a chat, just to kind of like get everybody's mind in a place where they feel comfortable, even through just having a chat. It's it relieves that kind of like pressure that we're all feeling. So whatever it is, Aries, that you have in your heart and mind, you've got the dreamer card. There is a dream way of working, a dream way of living. It's a leap of faith. So they're saying to me, and not only, they're saying to you, and not only you, they're saying to me to take that leap of faith. To take that leap of faith. Don't go for that job that is going to destroy you. It sounds really melodramatic, but oh boy, if you saw, that it's pretty, it is very difficult, very intense, very hard going, and as an empath, I have to honor that kind of. I have to honour who I am as a person. I've done it in the past. I've just gone gone along with the crest of the wave and took jobs, and ultimately it's resulted in burnout. So I'm reflecting on those past situations, and I'm saying, no, I don't want to do that. I'd be happy coming to this board every single second of the day and reading for you guys. That would be absolutely incredible for me. But it's how do you make this work in a sensible model that you can, like I said, pay the bills from. It's a very different way of working, but more in tune with my life's purpose as an empath, as somebody that can read from spirit. So perhaps they're telling me I should go for it. I should just do it and not even give it a second thought. But also, and I can connect with you guys over here. I worry about who's gonna buy the milk. Seriously, it's that desperate. Who's gonna buy the milk? Can I buy a bag of potatoes? you know, if 2020's taught us anything, it's resilience and being able to come out the other side of it, isn't it? So yeah, I think that it is a leap of faith. Just do it, and look at this. So we've got here, and I think just by doing that leap of faith, if that's to do with love, Aries, if it's to do with a business, if it's to do with an idea that you have for the future, January is the time to do it in a very balanced way, though. So even I think when you do, or make this leap of faith, we've got the power of creativity, recognition for high quality work, and being a team player, being part of a team, being part of a community, being you know, giving to other people. You get this kind of financial reward for it. You feel more stable in yourself, you feel more stable in your going forward, you know. This dream that you have, Aries, not just me aside, will just push me to the side for the moment, but for everybody else I'm reading for, recognition for high quality work, recognition for what you know, the amount of effort that you've put into it, for producing something or birthing something brand new, because it is a different way of working, it's a different way of creating going forward. It's your life at the end of the day. What do you want to spend these you know, time on earth doing? Is it something that's kind of like a 9 to 5? Do you just want the money? Do you want to live a life that's more in tune with who you are as a person? It depends on what you want. And also, let's face it, we're all part of this material world, so all of us are bought into this on some scale. So all of us owe something to this machine that they call consumerism, and that's what it is. And I would say, moving forward, for me personally, once paying my consumerist debts back, I will not be going down that route ever again, because I almost feel like I'm enslaved. I feel a tremendous amount of responsibility to pay those off, because it not only affects me if I don't pay them, it affects my future Mystic Freyja. So I have to honour those commitments in any way I can. And perhaps that's telling me that I need to take this job for like, you know, be tied into it for 12 months. I don't know, but I think it would kill me off. It would definitely weigh, my soul would be heavier for it. It's not the way I want to work, and not my vision for the future, but we'll see what happens in 2021, and specifically on January the 4th. We've got the Page of Air here, yeah. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. But I think these are changes to our plans that we had for 2020. A lot of things going on for us. We don't do well in stasis. We like forward movement, we like progression, we like to feel motivated. We are great motivators. So this is a gorgeous reading, not only for you guys coming, but you do need to come into this Emperor energy and zone in on whatever you want, whatever makes your heart sing. You have that power of creativity. There is abundance there. There is an emotional fulfillment. There is abundance going forward. There is growth in it. But more importantly, it makes us stable. Makes us stable, not only within ourselves, but financially. But it is a dream for all of us, whatever it is, this dream way of working. I'm going to shut up now. And I'm just going to take this. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous reading, and I do chuckle because it does heavily apply to me, which is strange in itself, isn't it? Because I should know the path ahead, and even I have wobbly moments. Even I have to, and I do consult the cards. I do come to this table and I just ask for guidance, because sometimes I can be quite indecisive, especially if it's matters that are very that have an effect on other people. It's not just me, it's other people are involved. My pets are involved, you know. So it's not just me. I'm responsible for other living beings, so to say. So yeah. It's gone very quiet in this room now, very solemn. So I'm just going to give you, oh, look at you, you've got the Earth card. So Aries, what's this say? It says the frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to the physical plane by showing us the beauty of all aspects of the Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal spirit aspects of our nature. Yes, that's right, the more spiritual aspects of our nature. So I need to take heed from this card, and I think you do as well, Aries. The more spiritual aspects of our nature. We need to be more in tune with the future and in tune with ourselves, and more in tune with our vision for the future. So if that is a dream, just make it a reality. Let me know what your dreams are for the future. Seriously, even if you just email me or comment in the comment box, whether or not that relates to love or career or whatever, just let me know. And my tribe, I absolutely love you to pieces. Seriously, we're gonna have a magical January 2021. I can feel it. We've just got to take a leap of faith and go towards our dreams. Okay, love you. If that did resonate with you, please like, share, subscribe. Please remember to click the thumbs up button, and I love you loads. Take care.